Yeah, I know. It's that time, dude. It's that wonderful time.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It's time for Victor Allen's New Sports. Hot Neil Urban from the man the ladies have already nicknamed Sexual Chocolate. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Victor Allen. Yeah. Tricky Vic.
Yeah.
The man.
Ain't no trick.
He was ready to play. He was ready to play, but he hurt his knee.
That's right. That's right. I hurt my knee out on the ledge. 5 feet drop. Man.
So you used to run track, Vic? Did you used to run track?
Yes, I
There's
did.
some track running pictures out there.
Yeah, there are. I was running, and you see me clearly by myself, which means the faster runners were way ahead of me and finished. But it was a good picture, man. I like my pictures, man. I look like I'm running somewhere. Just doesn't look like I'm running in front. Welcome to New Sports, you guys. You know, I do my little flip. New Sports is where we put our little new angle on the sports that's supposed to be new. It's timeless. Who cares? We put that little social tip on it. Mm-hmm. Welcome, all you folks. We're going to talk about it. I want to go to Mario's favorite athlete and see if he's going to be objective. Because when you talk about women, sports is wrapped around women. And women are wrapped around sports. And then sports is an enterprise and also an individual aspiration and things we dream around quite often. Or we just say, I'm not going to do that. I'll dream through somebody else. Well, Mario has a dream to meet Hope Solo. Now, Hope has been a dream for Mario for some time because of the name. Now, I put in a title, and I'm going to save this because I want to see if you guys can validate it. I'm going to ask you guys, and you tell me. Hope Solo Bates' new book was shove claim against former coach in 2007. Now, I had no problem.
He touched you, Hope.
Wait, I'm just saying. If Hope Solo brings out a new book, and she has to have a flashpoint, and you have to have that flashpoint in your book that generates why, it probably would have been better back in the day when they were at the pinnacle of their ultimate success in that soccer, that during that, I can't remember what year, when they won. Well, now she's following up with a book. I'm not mad at her. She should have a book. Now, let me just ask you this, Mario. When Greg Ryan, the former U.S. soccer coach, says, I didn't know this happened until somebody told me she claimed this in the book. It never happened. I'm denying it. Is she taking full advantage of abuse? That was true.
Oh, it happened.
Oh, so
she just took it at the time. Why would you make any of that stuff up? I mean, where would you get even the incentive? You got all this other stuff going on.
Now, let me ask you this. Do professional coaches, in all levels, make sure that they keep their hands
They're supposed to.
Off of the athlete?
They're supposed to.
No demonstration of shoving or anything?
They're supposed to, but they break that rule all the time.
So are you saying...
There's a lot of areas of where they do stuff to people. Push them, shove them, kick them in the butt.
Right.
I heard of doctors in training getting kicked in the butt by professors, getting literally kicked in their butt. Imagine that. Imagine your professor kicking you in your ass.
No. What I'm saying is,
I'm just saying it happens.
Okay, so let me ask you this: Greg Ryan denies any and all allegations of a shoving incident never happened. So obviously, you're going to go read the book. Now, here's the part: isn't it easy to go claim something that no one can prove?
Yeah, but why would you? Here you are. Just won a gold medal, right? All these things going on. You don't even need this to sell the book. Some might have argued to leave it out,
right?
Because the controversy is one that may not add, to the value. It's because it's this particular instance, Vic, that I believe it. Because I don't see where she had anything to benefit.
Okay,
I think she told a story because she's been irritated by it all these years.
I feel
because to me, had I been one of her people, I would have told her, you may want to just leave that out. It kind of may be a distraction.
Okay, well, let me give you an example of what you think would happen if Bronx BB was in the same position. Now, Bronx is one
Leslie
of our
would whip some ass.
With a Pack Stereo family out of New York, the Bronx area. If a shove would have taken place by Greg on Bronx BB, would she have shoved him back?
Hell yeah, she would have hit him with something. Leslie A. Fallu would have hit him. Plus, she's from New York. They fight anyway in New York.
Thank you.
They ready. They push. Little old ladies bump into you and cut you out in New York.
So the bottom line is this, hey, I had to put you over there because I just think there's a certain part where you have to take full advantage of your book sales. And let me just say this. I'm just saying this. Is it easy to claim something that can't be proven to push your campaign of your book? So now that we know that you believe, Mario, that it happened.
Just like, I know you outran Usain Bolt that day in the parking lot. You outran him, Vic.
Yeah, sure
Just
did.
because I was hanging on his back. I tried to choke him to slow him down. I was like, run, Vic! We can beat them.
He said, this is wrong. I love what everybody's doing with
It's
that.
a rumor. We outran them. We outran Usain Bolt.
Okay, you did it. I'm just claiming anybody.
You outran them, Vic.
Anybody. I have nothing to claim on that. Here's my point. Now, Bronx BB, you haven't been around to know that we have this rating the performance of the athlete or the topic or whatever's going down. Well, right now, I can't wait to see what Mario says, because we have this thing called the balling, the upset, the letdown, whatever, big pimping for the ladies, AARP. Just to make clear for you, upset means it's an upset, meaning that somebody basically wasn't favored to win, and they, of course, upset the person who was favored or the team. The letdown it's a letdown story. Mario, I think I've already know what you're gonna do with this. You're saying she's big pimping because she wrote this book, and it's true that she was shoved, and it's going to make this book a success because she was shoved.
No.
What are you saying?
It's gonna be a success anyway. She didn't need it. Her story, it's a whatever.
Oh,
it's a whatever.
Whatever.
She's already. I agree with you. She's big pimping.
She didn't need it.
She didn't need it, Vic. Okay. She's hot. Okay. She's one of the hottest women in sports right now in terms of focus. She has a certain style. She speaks her mind,
right?
But she's not obnoxious with it.
That's right.
So she has a lot of things that look at your picture.
Right.
Look at all these different men. They responded to her. Everybody likes Hope Solo, and she just has that air of integrity, like she has your back.
Right.
So no, dude, I believe her.
Right.
And I think she's big pimping, but I think the stories are whatever.
Got you. All right. So whatever. So right now, until the book sells.
Yeah, the book's gonna sell though.
Okay, the book's gonna sell. So
I think
everybody
the book's
feels the book's gonna sell.
I hope she got some pictures of her from the prom.
Okay. So now let me ask you this. I'm going over to our next trending topic. You think she was encouraged by somebody to say, we need to point out something that happened between the time you've been spending on the soccer team? Or did she find that herself to say, oh, I got something that's going to make this happen? What do you believe happened?
No, I think she, like a lot of folks, she probably had someone come and help her write the book.
Okay.
And that she felt compelled. I think she felt compelled to tell the story, Vic. And I think that's why I really do. I think she...
And here's the obvious question. Is Hope Solo fine enough to let you go, I can't say anything bad about her because it's Hope Solo? Is that where you stand at, Mario?
I say it. She is fine. Mm-hmm. Here's a picture of her watering the lawn.
Mario.
Is that really her? That's not her. That's
I can't show that picture.
That's a nude picture. That's not really her.
Now, I want you guys to know.
I'm looking for Hope Solo prom pictures.
No. We don't.
Don't y'all want to see those? Everybody, Hope.
No.
Hope Solo.
Wait. Mario, are you trying to say you're biasing the story by
Hope Solo prom picture? She's so lovely. Look at there's old Hope. Oh, she's so wonderful.
You know what? This is so cold. This is cold.
Go, look at her. She's on the grass, warming up. Look at that. Look at that smile. Look at her, scratching her knees all up.
That's wrong.
Don't be scratching you. If your knees is getting scratched, Hope, it's because I scratched it. So what were you saying, Vic? Now you were trying to say something about our wonderful princess Hope. You had something to say about wonderful Hope.
You know what? I'm not saying
the sweetheart of Hope, Miss Hope herself.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything. I'm leaving it alone because my shockwave player just dumped my pictures on me right now, and I was about to go to the next subject, which is going
and
to
you got to restart your.
That's right. I know.
Your live stream.
So you guys hold on 1 second, because the subject I'm coming up with is: did you see the Chad Johnson cut from the Miami Dolphins by Coach Philbin, Joe Philbin, and what did you think about that? So the bottom line is was this Hard Knocks reality that benefited Chad? Because Chad knew what was going to happen. So does this give him steam to progress into another team? Because if you see the interview, all I can tell you is he's humbled, he's understanding.
He's cut.
That's my point. So if he's cut, you tell me, what is it that we're looking at? Are we looking at a Chad that's saying, I'm selling myself to the next team? So I'm just saying this. You tell me, if you're sitting there and the coach is on the couch, notice it's a leather couch, kind of top, coach kind of, got to give him, bang, bang, bang,
Those get kind of sticky, though. Look at Chad got on house shoes. They real comfortable.
That's
he
cool.
got on his pants. He got on house shoes, looking like DMX.
That's wrong.
That Chad Johnson or DMX, same head.
That's wrong.
Are they related? Chad Johnson and DMX, they related. Maybe Chad to go hang out with DMX. They can rap.
That's okay. That's wrong. That's wrong.
What you want from in the room?
Oh, don't say it.
What
Okay,
you want
don't say
from?
it. Don't say it. Okay, here's my question. Now, this is a very simple one because you got to tell me, is Chad big pimping, whatever, something for the ladies, balling? And I want to ask you guys what's happening here. The bottom line is this. Did Chad put on a show to just let the next team know that he's a changed man? Meaning that the big argument is that he lost his hard knocks contract, which is money, 7 figures. He also was with the Patriots, which was the premier organization, and couldn't make it there. And now he's at Miami, and now formerly at Miami, and can't make it there. What team is going to sit back and pick Chad up? Is he selling himself on the video? If you want to go check it out, the video is a YouTube video, getting cut from Hard Knocks. Is he upselling? Because right now
he is.
Okay, so
he should go margarita wrestling. That's what I was thinking. It would work for him.
Right. So
margarita.
You know what? That's wrong. So here's my point. I want you to grade this because let's just say this. Everybody knows, and Mario's right on this. Evelyn Lozada is no joke.
No, that's why you don't marry them.
No, she's no joke. But let's just say this. Who do you feel sorry for more, Chad or Evelyn? Now remember, Chad. Now wait. Let me stop you before
He's
you go any further.
He's a victim of the penis syndrome.
No, wait a minute. Let me just set it up for those who just don't know, which that's very few people. When your wife finds a receipt for condoms, give me the good out of that. If you can give me the good out of that, then I can follow you, Mario. What's the good out of your wife finding a receipt for condoms?
She knows that you are saving and that you probably can tell that you went and got the CVS, got the bargain discount pack. Family pass around packet condoms.
So you just ignored my question.
See, I'm saying your wife can be glad that you were thrifty. She would say, "Wow, okay, look how much you saved by going to CVS."
I'm saying
getting these condoms.
Okay, I'm saying this before I rate and before you rate him on the performance. That's everything. That starts at the moment that she says, "Wow, I just found a receipt for condoms." Let me say something else. Already in the media, they already said, we already know about Chad. He has a wandering eye. They already confirmed it. It's kind of self-evident.
No.
Okay, so wait a minute.
No man has that. What man has a wandering eye? None of us, right, fellas, Matt? None of us have wandering eyes.
Wait a minute.
Leslie, we don't.
No, let me say this. Under those conditions, you get to rate him. Here's the thing. When you lose your mojo, which is don't have a receipt for your condoms. Mario, do you advocate having a receipt for your condoms?
No.
Okay.
I don't use them. I just take saran wrap.
Okay, I'm sorry, wait. Number 2.
1 layer of saran wrap,
right.
1 layer of tinfoil.
Okay,
another layer of saran wrap.
See, here's all the things that's going against him, and I want to see if he's going to come out winning. He has a receipt for condoms. He headbutts his woman. He hasn't denied that he didn't do that. He also has lost his contract.
Why did he just hit her?
Like I said, I'm not advocating.
Why you got a headbutt?
Okay, I don't want to get into
average person just slap, punch.
You're supposed to
But you got
rate.
the headbutt.
No.
Next time, just butt with your butt. Do the double bump.
I'm not advocating any physical violence. I want you
hit
to
her with
rate.
a marshmallow.
Here's a chance that's coming up right now. Everybody's jumping on Chad right now.
Slap her with a towel.
And the women. Let me ask you this: what do you think the women think of Chad as it relates prior to him having? They were all cheering. He's a married man.
Yeah.
He's got wifey.
Right.
Where is he on the scale now as it relates to our rating performance?
He's on the bottom.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of women who say they'll headbutt with him. You ought to see some of these women.
Are they?
I wouldn't headbutt them.
Is it a letdown?
It's a letdown. It's a letdown, Chad, because you're looking like DMX and you got on house shoes. That's why it's a letdown to me. What does he have on? Both of y'all have some lousy attire in this picture. I hate the carpet. So you're in a room with some jacked up carpet.
Wait a minute.
With some house shoes on.
Wait a
A
minute.
Casio watch. Looking like DMX. Sitting there with Orville Rickenbacker. And now.
Okay, wait a minute.
I'm just saying.
Okay, now, so here it is. Because I think there's two trains of thought here. One is, do you rate... The women are rating Chad, and you already said it's a letdown. Now, let's say the men.
They deserve each other.
Okay, so the men, based on what has happened with him, is he big pimping? Or
No.
ball? Is he a letdown?
He never was really big pimping.
Well, they thought of Chad as being somebody who...
Dude, he's awkward. I'm sorry. If anybody watch these reality shows, this dude, you can tell an athlete who doesn't have that kind of swagger. He has no conversation.
True.
He has no conversation. You get the impression Chad knows very little about anything. That's what really the problem is. He's like, he just plays football. That's just it. He only plays football.
All right, now watch
Doesn't
this.
know a goddamn thing.
Watch this.
He's an airhead.
Watch this.
He's a bubble brain.
Now, I'm going to show you guys something
Take a
here.
picture of his head as a big bubble.
I'm going to tell you, this is the part that's ironic. I didn't think I would see the day that before this season start, that T.O. would have possibly a job in Seattle, and Chad would not be in camp or with any NFL team at this point. That is such role reversal. It's almost like he's taking over the T.O.
You know what?
role.
We always end up putting T.O. and Chad together, even though actually, when you think about it, T.O. got in way more trouble, Vic.
He did.
Than Chad did. That's the one thing. He really did get in more trouble. And more stuff with the coaches even.
Right.
He did, even though they said he would play good in the game. But right now, they keep saying that, and they keep comparing. I guess it's the two problem. It's the two black receivers with big mouths.
Right.
So that's where the comparison has to come.
Right.
They made it so you end up comparing them because they're the two black receivers with big mouths. There's a couple other ones with big mouths.
Right.
Okay, that's out there that could be thrown in the air.
Right.
But no, so it invites comparison. It is bad. I hate to see an athlete humbled anyway.
Right.
I really do. Now, and again. And Norman, see what you think about this too, you guys out there. It helps Evelyn.
Yes.
It helps her with her show.
Right.
She's worth how much money right now? Evelyn is probably worth more money than Chad.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Based on the whole reality thing that's happening, her own shows. They're trying to give her own shows. She got her own lines, clothing things and this and that, T-shirt, all that. So I'm saying the man, he's going to way down, but she's benefiting from this no matter what.
Right. So the part that we're trying to say is if I was rating Evelyn, it'll be a different day. I can still do that. As it relates to Chad, right now, it's hard to say he's balling, big pimping. Mario, it's even hard for me to say, oh, it's whatever.
Are you sure that's not DMX in this picture?
You're wrong.
Should look like DMX. That look like DMX. He went down to the house shoes.
All right, that's
look like
it.
DMX in the picture.
Okay, so let's say this. Do we, and this is the exit question going out, for him to be balling, big pimping, and beyond whatever, he has to get picked up by another team. If there is a team you could see Chad with, who would be the team? He can't go to Seattle. I already got that for T.O. Dallas has this thing of having the rehabilitation program of players. They got the Des Bryant situation where he dealt with his mom. He's already moved forward. You're not
He is an awesome receiver right now.
Right.
That's
So-
what they're saying. Right now, Chad ain't. He had a kind of weak year.
Right.
So now this is going to motivate him to learn his routes? Is he going to start running? Because his reputation is that he cannot run routes. But I told you, I just think he's stupid. He probably can't remember the route. You go long.
Right.
And then look, okay.
Here's the part. Now, here's the part that I say this, and I'm saying this for a reason. And Bronx, I agree. Everybody's agreeing with you that they shouldn't have cut ties so quickly with Chad. But let me say what I think that coach was dealing with, and it's not an excuse.
Probably don't like DMX.
Well, no, it's not. It's not that. That's not that.
The coach was like, "You sure you ain't DMX?"
No, I think the part that came in is setting the tone. When it's your first coaching job, and if Chad Johnson comes in and he says, I can have the way with the way I want in this organization, you will get disrespect from the other players. Mario, you play football.
That's right.
I understand the Chad effect, but if he runs roughshod the way he wants with the first-year coach, I guarantee you the rest of the team is going to go like, we don't have to worry about this coach. He had to set his precedent, and Chad had to be one.
You walk into the biggest mouth, the biggest personality, you walk right up to them and check them right there.
That stops it all.
Does everybody understand who in charge?
Right.
Do I need to explain it further?
Right. And
everybody say you walk up to the biggest, baddest one and just take him down.
There you go. That's it.
And you just turn to the group. Is any questions
there you
now?
go. Right.
Okay, so we know who runs this bitch, right?
That's right. That's it.
They cool.
This is
Yeah,
first
we
year.
all cool now.
Hey, look, if I'm first year coach, I know you guys don't like me. I know you guys are not going to sit back and get behind me. You're going to say, who am I? You're going to judge me already, whether it's a Chad situation or not. But if I have to sit up here and lay my groundwork for a team that's not predicted to go up in the playoffs and even get in competitively, I'm going to lay down my law. I'd rather lay down my law and then get put out than to have others put me out because I didn't lay down my law. That's just me.
I'm with you. And by the way, can he do like a rap song or something for us? Like,
you know what?
Because what the Miami Dolphins want from what the Dolphins want from a Negro?
I'm going over to a sport.
What the Dolphins want from a Negro?
I'm going to a sport that I know it's going to be hard for you guys to follow. And I love this sport for different reasons. Look, I'm going to say this, and Mario should know this is team sports. When you actually have the Boston Red Sox having their players call for a meeting, and it was back in July, and they kept it under wraps because the players went in to say, we don't like this manager. They all basically got involved. What happened is the person who found out about, the writer who found out about this is just now releasing that information. So now they're playing. So the whole part of this is coming back to say it's not as bad as you think. But Mario, when the team decides to go in and talk to ownership, is there a mutiny already in place?
It is.
All right.
And do we really care what happens
Yes, we
in
do
Boston?
care. Yes, we do.
You know, they only got beans and lobster. Now the lobster's cool. I'm just saying, come on, y'all. Come on.
See, when
Even Leslie Fallows, she's glad she's a New Yorker.
She's
I
a
know.
Yankee.
That's
She's
why
a Yankee.
that's why they hate him. This is the one place where I'll go with my New York brethren.
Wait a minute.
All my New Yorkers. This is. I'm with you on this, but I hate your pizza.
Okay, so
I hate that thin ass New York pizza.
So let me say this.
But I'm with you on this.
Let me say this. We're not here to determine the value of what the meeting was. We know this. Boston Red Sox are not denying that the meeting was about Bobby Valentine. Of course, the writer's not sitting back saying it wasn't centered around him, and the players are not denying it. Now, a few players like Dustin Pedroia already says, I don't even know who this writer is. And the writer came on audio today and says, I've been in that locker room 3 or 4 times and met them. So for him, Dustin, just to sit there and say he's never seen me before, don't know who I am, that's bogus. But that's the bigger issue is no one's denying that the meeting with the owners is about Bobby Valentine. And let me just say this, and I don't have it correctly. One of the players was quoted as saying, maybe his style, which is what we have problems with, works over in Japan. Because in Japan, he did win a championship. Can that transfer, Mario, the way he won in Japan, Bobby, over into a city and a team like Boston? Boston is no joke. You can't come in there and inject your style.
Well, maybe or maybe
easily.
not. It's difficult going both ways. We've heard from players who played in Japan,
right?
From coaches who've been there, people who've coached there. There are a lot of cultural differences,
right,
in terms of the way they deal with the game. So that could be part of it. Just like some coaches do way better in college.
That's what I'm saying.
Than they do in pros,
right? So, Bobby's well respected as a man who knows every aspect of the game. But Mario, you know this. There's a difference in bonding and getting your team motivated than just having the knowledge of how you play the game.
That's true.
What would you rather have? An X's and O man that knows all the X's and O's, or a man who actually motivates you to do better, do greater? What would be more your style?
Well, assuming I hope he knows the game, though, because if he's a great motivator but don't know shit, then he's gonna motivate us all out off the end of this plank. So I need a little bit of knowledge too. You can't just be motivating and don't have nothing behind it. So I want a motivating coach who knows something.
Right.
That would be the thing I would say would be
I
work
agree.
for me, as opposed to like a unmotivating dumb coach.
Right. So
I guess that would be good to have the other one.
Right. And we already know Bobby clearly is up in the upper ranks when it comes to knowledge of the game. So that's never been a problem. That's the part that they say he's one of the best. But he's lacking.
What do they don't like about it? What don't they like about his style?
He has a style. You have to.
What is the style?
You know what? I'm not paraphrasing it. I'm gonna try to wrap it, and I may be incorrect, and I apologize. But they're saying you're talking to men, all right, and you're talking to a team that's won championships, and you're talking to men who basically know what the synergy is to make it work. Sometimes you just come in with your style is, this is how it is. This is how it is. You're talking to them as if they are like newbies. When you bring in a new style, you do kind of convey that we're kind of new. We've won championships, and they're not relating with that. That's like coming behind the New England Patriots coach, Belichick, and he knows how to deal with them. And I'm going to use another example. Tom Daly, recently, deceased, coach for Detroit Pistons, when he was coaching the Dream Team, and they explained how he went about coaching. And he had an example of him sitting up here saying, he was telling another coach, and I can't remember the coach and exactly what he said. He said, you have to let go of recognizing that you have to always fix something. He says, Mike Krzyzewski, Coach K.
But they all don't do that.
Right.
Either.
He told Coach K, this is how I want you guys to come. I want you to get ready to coach with me. Coach K and another coach came up with because they're X's and O's men. And I'm sorry I'm killing the story a little bit, but I had to remember it's a recall thing. And he sat there and looked at them. And he said, put your pens and pencils down. You have to know the organic nature of this game, not just the X's and O's. And that's where Coach K credits all his wisdom.
Which is amazing to me because Bobby Knight coached the U.S. Olympic teams.
Right.
I remember the team he coached where he cut Barkley.
Right.
When Barkley was in college.
Right.
Bobby Knight could not deal with Barkley.
That's right.
So he cut him from the team.
Right.
So that was, and Bobby Knight wasn't taking votes on nothing. There wasn't going to be no feel-good moments and all that.
Right.
For you to have it your way.
Right.
All that kind of crap.
And
so there's other ones who did, and I can't take Bobby Knight.
No.
But I'm just going to point out, there are other ones who attempted to deal with it differently. Just like there's pro coaches and managers in baseball even who were known for no nonsense, no nothing. They ran a tight ship.
Yeah, and I think the party, and I want to stand corrected.
In New York, I think.
Tom, I meant Chuck Daly, formerly of the championship Detroit Pistons. The lesson was, he says, you have to learn the game, the time we're in, and the players before you just walk in with your X's and O's. That's the best way I can compare.
That's like how we got to deal with co-hosts. You got to understand your co-hosts and your chat room. You can't come at Leslie the same way you come at Norman. You can't hit PMC the same way you hit like Mac. So you got to have a special touch for East Coast folks. Anyway, because all the East Coast folks, that bad weather got them all sensitive.
Okay, like I said,
I'm just saying.
I got it. Now that we went away from the boat,
I was saying Boston. What is the weather right now in Boston?
Let me just say this. I'm going to give you 2 votes on this one. You're going to vote with the mutiny of the players, and you're going to vote with Bobby Valentine's way and style. I'm going to give you the first one with the players.
Okay.
Mutiny. This is the best way to get things changed. Is it big pimping, balling, upset, whatever, let down? What do you call it?
It's a letdown. That's a letdown that it has to become to this.
Okay. Now let me just say this, Bobby Valentine, holding court. I'm not moving. It's my style. It won in Japan. It's going to win over here in Boston. I see that. I'm not trying to read the text because I don't want to. They get me off track. So Bobby Valentine, big pimping, balling, or Mario. But before you go any further, you got to think about AARP.
It is an AARP. It's a generation thing. He should have invited them over to listen to some hip hop. Yeah, eat some, some Nutter Butters.
Right. And you know what? Thank you, PMC, for checking Mario, because he talks about the East Coast and East Side. He dogs you guys out all the time.
I'm nice to Pittsburgh. They have wonderful deli sandwiches. And they cleaned up that air. They cleaned up the air.
East Side gangsters. So
Pittsburgh was voted one of the most livable cities.
All right. So, Mario, wait a minute. So the bottom line, before we get out of here, because I just want to give you a flying exit on this one. Number one, Mutiny on the Bounty is a letdown.
It's a letdown.
And AARP for Bobby Valentine.
Yeah, because he's being rigid.
So that means there's a no-win situation there. They're going to have to break something up, aren't they?
They're going to lose.
And they're already losing in the division.
That's right. So L.A. teams get to come in again.
All right.
We're going to take it all again, y'all. It's going to be all L.A., even in baseball. If we take baseball, y'all going to have a hard time.
Okay, here we go. Exit, big pimping, balling, AARP, which it doesn't belong, whatever, let down. This is not a picture moment, Mark. This is just going to be Andrew Bynum getting that one they call the experimental surgery we talked about. Will this be a big pimping move for him, balling, the result of it? Or is it one of those, it's a letdown because he went to Germany to get it?
Well, let's hope it's it's a non-surgical treatment. That's the thing, too. It's not a surgical treatment, so theoretically, you have less damage, and you can come right back. And supposedly, Kobe Bryant had it.
Right.
It's some kind of a platelet infusion thing I never heard of it.
I couldn't even mention the name.
I never heard of it.
I was going to mention the name on the air, and I kept practicing it, and I said, forget it.
We'll go look it up.
Yeah.
But supposedly Kobe Bryant had it.
Yes, he did.
And had a successful round of treatment with it.
Right.
Trying to cause it to have some. So if we hope it works, because I think the NBA is a better place with a healthy Andrew Bynum.
I do.
No matter where he's playing.
I want to see him healthy because he's one of the few big men who bring it. And PMC, I'm not reporting football, but who cares about football in the preseason when you're seeing 3/4 of what they call the draftees and rookies? It's just not the same.
You're trying to say, man, you dissing football, man.
You can't count
RG3. RG3.
Wait a minute. I watched the Oakland and Dallas game, and it ended at 3-0. Okay,
yeah,
what
that's
do you
bad.
report?
That's because it's Oakland and Dallas.
Dude, come
but it
on.
wasn't Pittsburgh versus the Cleveland.
I mean, come on. What were we going to say? They're playing against the rookies. They're playing against the third, fourth string. Come on. Give me a couple of weeks, man. Give me a couple of weeks.
Well, like I said, wait till Cleveland plays Pittsburgh.
Oh, that's cold.
Then we'll have Norman out there cheerleading.
That's cold.
And
Dude.
PMC will be trying to support, we'll make controversy
he's talking
out of Pittsburgh versus Cleveland.
He's talking about us, dude. LA won't have no football team. Oh, I got you.
We don't need football. That's how bad we are.
Hey, man, wait a minute. Where's your Pittsburgh
We got
basketball
USC.
team? Wait a minute. You got a Pittsburgh basketball team, right?
That's cold. I like Pittsburgh. I have family from Pittsburgh.
Where's the basketball team?
They have wonderful sandwiches.
Like I said, I don't see no Pittsburgh NBA.
Well, that's because there's too much snow. They have a lot more nature.
Everybody, sports. I'm done. That's the new sports. The best.
That's new sports. Victor Allen's own unique look at sports, written, directed, hosted by Victor Allen. It's new. That's right. Enjoy it. Hey.